Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So we are coming off a clutch win against the New York Giants, but we are here at our bye week, week 7 of season number 3. So we're gonna take a look at some stats, but there are some major changes that I want to do here with this roster. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea where this is going to take us or what we're going to get back, but there are a couple of pieces that I've decided we are going to move on from. But quickly, we'll take a look at last week. We did have a player of the week, and that is Dwayne Haskins. 33 of 43 for 393, 3 passing touchdowns. Did have that 1 interception. Unfortunately, he was sacked 6 times, but our offensive line somewhat still has been a struggling point. So before we hop into anything, we do have a message. So let's see what Trent Williams has to say. Got any plans for the week? We're going to let everybody rest. Everybody go ahead and rest. I think that would be good for everybody. So +2 injuries for our entire team, and the way our team has really been playing, we're probably going to need that, right? Because everybody has been hurt and our morale moves up 1, so that is good. So see where we are standing wise. As you take a look here at the NFC East, you have us, the Redskins, at 4-1-1 on top of the division. The Dallas Cowboys 3-3. New York Giants 2-4, and the Philadelphia Eagles, who we're going to play in this episode, are 1-4. So we have a nice little gap that we're starting to pull away from some of these teams. You see the Cowboys on the 2-game losing streak, and the Giants are also on the 2-game losing streak. So hopefully they can both lose during our bye week, and that could give us an even bigger cushion. But that's where we are standings wise. We'll take a look at our season stats, look at the league leaders, all that good stuff, and then we'll go ahead and try to make some changes to the roster. So Dwayne Haskins this season, 2,100 yards passing. He is completing 72% of his passes, 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That is not bad for the third-year quarterback, right? He was sacked 40 times, though. 40 times. Is that our offensive line? Is that me holding the ball too long? Or is that a combination of everything? That is not a stat that we like, being sacked 40 times. Looking at our rushing, Samaje Perine, believe it or not, has the most carries this season with 40 carries, 156 yards, 3.9 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. Bryce Love averaging 5.3 yards per carry. Of course, he's more of our third down guy. He gets hurt though when we do give him the ball, but he's had a solid year. And then Derrius Guice, the guy who we just signed to that big contract extension, 21 carries, 72 yards, only 3.4 yards per carry. But we know what he can do, and we're basically paying him because he's an X factor, and because he's only 24. He didn't really earn it this season, but he's still our guy moving forward. So Derrius Guice, when he comes back from injury, of course, he is our #1 guy. Now, wide receivers, where things get a little interesting, because our leading receiver in terms of yardage is AJ Green, right? With 516 yards, he has 5 touchdowns. Our leading receiver in terms of catches is Quincy Wembley. Now, in his second season, 35 catches, 404 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You guys know I like big wide receivers. He's 6'6", 219, definitely has that frame. AJ Green 6'4", but we have Chris Herndon, who's been playing for the injured Jordan Reed. He has 22 for 258 and 2 touchdowns. Bryce Love, knows he's going to get his catches. John Ross, who started the season for us, he's been hurt, he's been nicked up. He has 15 for 172. Trey Quinn, 14 catches for 175 and 2 touchdowns. And then Terry McLaurin. So a lot of depth when it comes to our wide receiver position. That's why I think we may make a change. Jordan Reed has 8 catches for 96 yards. He just can't stay on the field long enough, right? And he's definitely getting up there in age, and he wants a new contract extension. Shaun Dion Hamilton, he's our guy. Everybody knows he's our guy. 45 total tackles, 13 tackles for a loss, only 1 sack, but he does have 3 interceptions and even 4 deflections on the season. Great year from Shaun Dion, the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's looking to win it for a 3rd time this season. Monte Nicholson has 39 total tackles and an interception. Reuben Foster, 38 tackles, 11 tackles for a loss, and 5 sacks. So maybe he might be coming after Shaun Dion Hamilton's throne. You guys know I do use the middle linebackers, so they are going to have some boosted stats when it comes to the rest of the team. But Landon Collins, this guy is a beast. Of course, they kind of fixed the fumbling issues they had earlier earlier on in Madden's life cycle, but 34 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 1 interception on the year. He doesn't really get a bunch of them, and only 1 forced fumble from Landon Collins, but the guy still is a monster when he's out there. Then we have Ronald Darby, of course. Montez Sweat with 6 sacks. And when we take a look at our sack leader, he is our sack leader with 6. So we don't really give Montez Sweat as much love as he deserves, but the guy has been doing his job, and that is creating pressure on the quarterback and turning those into sacks. He has 6 of them in 6 games. I don't think that is bad at all. That's 1 per game. And of course, he started development, 24 years old, but he has that 92 speed, man, coming off the edge. That's always going to make him a problem. We're going to have to pay that man when it's time to do that. We're 10 for 12 when it comes to kicking field goals this season. So hopefully, we can stay kicking at a pretty good rate. But looking at the NFL leaders really quickly, when it comes to passing yards, it's Dwayne Haskins Jr. He is on top. And he's on top by quite a little bit, right? 2,100 passing yards. Nick Foles is second with 1,700. And then Josh Rosen, of all people, 1,500 yards passing, 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Josh Rosen. Passing leaders in terms of touchdown passes is Dwayne Haskins with 15, Rosen right behind him, Nick Foles, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton with a 13-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That is fantastic. Derek Carr, Andrew Luck, Jared Goff, Nelson Donaldson, so the second-year quarterback with 12 touchdowns, 1 interception, who has thrown the most picks. Nick Foles with 7. We're right there with 6. Peter Dexter, I don't even know who that is. His second season, though, 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Jimmy Garoppolo, Matthew Stafford, 6-6. That is not the ratio that you are looking for. Then you have Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. Okay, so we're not terrible. Our quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, thinks having a very, very good year. When it comes to rushing the football, Joe Mixon is on top with 644, followed by Zeke, and then Aaron Jones. Okay, Aaron Jones, he's doing this in real life, the UTEP legend. Then you have Saquon Barkley, Kareem Hunt, now playing for the Buffalo Bills, James Conner, Dalvin Cook, Le'Veon Bell, Tariq Cohen. Of course, we're nowhere on this list. Austin Eckler is up there, Matt Breida, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb. So basically all the names you would basically expect to be up there, they're up there. Leaders in receiving yardage is Dede Westbrook, then Christian Kirk, and third is AJ Green with that 516. Stephon Diggs is there, Ray McLeod, surprising that he's up there, but he's up there. Corey Davis, Juju Smith-Schuster. So a couple of guys up there. The leaders in actual catches, you have Dede Westbrook at 1, Juju, Christian Kirk, Devontae Adams, and then Quincy Wembley is up there in total catches. So that is definitely cool to see. And then the leaders in touchdowns, Albert Wilson, Chris Conley, AJ Green is there at 3, DJ Moore, Philip Dorsett. So our receivers are up there when it comes to the league-wide standings. And then total tackles, you have Jayon Brown, Jalen Smith, Terry Fred Warner, Raekwon McMillan, Mike Ford. So you got a couple cornerbacks up there as well. And then Shaun Dion Hamilton. So he's still up there amongst the top guys in total tackles. Not bad tackles for a loss. He should be there. He is with 13. Sheldon Richardson, though, is right there with 13 as well. Reuben Foster has 11. And then sacks, 9.5 for Myles Garrett. That man is on a tear, but a couple of guys are right behind him. TJ Watts with 9. Josh Allen, my guy, Kentucky alum, with 9. DeMarcus Lawrence has 9. A couple of guys with 7, and then we get to the Pharaohs there, but he had like a bunch against us, right? Carlos Dunlap, Lewis, Dante Hightower. I don't know why they'll never show our guys. When it comes to the 6, we know Montez Sweat has 6, but they don't show him for whatever reason. Leaders of interceptions, Anthony Barr with 4. Patrick Peterson still hanging in there, man. 11th year in the league. He has 3 picks. Shaun Dion Hamilton is there with 3 as well. So I think overall, man, those are basically our stats. But what I want to do with this roster, and basically my idea, is for us to try to move on from AJ Green. I don't know what we're going to get back. The guy's been balling for us, man. It's not like he's having a bad year, but the reasoning is this. He's 33 years old. He wants a contract extension. We're going to have to pay the man, which we already know. He is an X factor. But like I said, he's 33. He didn't regress too much last season, if at all. He has to regress going into his age 34 season, right? So, see what we could get back for AJ Green. Maybe we could get something that can help our team. So I'm going to play around, see if we can try to move him. We tried the trade, put him on the trading block, and really, let's see if we can see it. The only trade offer was the same trade offer from last time. Pratt, a 4 and a 6. We'll see if we could turn AJ Green possibly into something else, but I'm going to play around with it. If we get a deal, of course, I'm going to show it to you. But that is the idea we have moving forward. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, so I know we were talking about AJ Green, but I did find another trade that we're going to rock with for right now. So Jordan Reed and Jerron Christian Sr., a solid left tackle. I feel like we are okay at the left tackle position for now. We're going to be shipping both of them over to the Cleveland Browns in exchange for Greedy Williams. That helps us when it comes to that cornerback position, really, and us trying to fill it. You've seen us trying to address it in drafts. You've seen us trying to address it in free agency. I think we finally addressed it. So we still have Ronald Darby under contract. Remember, we signed him to that big deal 2 off seasons ago. We are now going to have Greedy Williams, who'll be taking over for Trey Waynes. I like Trey Waynes. I do. But I think we get a younger guy who's only 23 years old. When you look at his ratings, man, he's not the greatest in zone, but the 93 speed, the 87 man, we will need to improve the zone coverage and the play recognition for sure. No question about it. We will need to improve that, but he has everything else. The agility, the presses at an 81, which is doable for us. The 86 jumping to go with his 6'2 frame. We're going to go with Greedy Williams, man. They needed help at the tight end position. We gave them that with Jordan Reed. We're now going to rock with Greedy Williams as our number 2 cornerback on the other side of Ronald Darby. So I definitely think that does help us a lot. Now, when it comes to our left tackle depth, right, we do lose some because we're playing Will Sampson at right tackle. But what we will do is we'll keep it as is, which means Mo will not be traded this season. We need a backup tackle. Just in case one of them go down in Sampson or Williams, we'll then have Morgan Moses, who will come in and be the second guy on either side. So that's what we're going to do there. For the tight end position, I think we're okay. We still have Chris Herndon as the guy. We still have Leggett. We'll go out and we will sign a 3rd tight end. But having Chris Herndon, he has shown that he could carry the weight without Jordan Reed there. We're going to have him and give him that opportunity. So still have to figure out what we're going to do at the wide receiver position, because I feel like we do have enough depth to go with Quincy Wembley, to go with Trey Quinn, to go with Terry McLaurin, and then have John Ross as their backups. I think that is okay, but I think this addresses our situation at corner. So I feel comfortable with this trade because I think we get a baller, man. He's only 23 years old at the cornerback spot. I think it's a win-win for both teams. Also, before we look at other trades, we will be moving Greedy Williams' number, changing his number. Number 33, I do know the number is retired. So instead of 33, he will be wearing number 22. So look out for 22, as that is Greedy Williams. He is going to be our guy. We're going to allow Trey Waynes to keep 26. Of course, Darius Geis has 29, which is Greedy Williams' college number. But 22 is going to be the number for Greedy Williams with the Redskins. All right, guys, so we traded away AJ Green. I pressed the button a little too quick, so we can't see it. But we traded away AJ Green to the Green Bay Packers. You guys have to just follow with me on this one, on the ultimate plan, all right? So we traded away AJ Green and a third round pick, this year, and a 3rd round pick next year. So 2022, 2023 3rd round picks are gone, and so is AJ Green. We made the trade to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for Brian Bulaga, an 81 overall right tackle, Anthony Payne, who's just a guy just to make the contracts match up, and then left in Rashawn Gary. So we'll take a look now at the roster, and you can basically see the moves and why they were made, right? So first and foremost, we do get a right tackle in Brian Bulaga, 81 overall. He's 32. Trade bait, somebody who I think we could then flip and either trade him. But I think for now, I am comfortable with Trent Williams and Will Sampson. But an 81 overall right tackle, I think is huge and somebody we could be able to move. Now, bringing in Rashawn Gary, I think now we could try to move Matthew Ioannidis. Now, Ioannidis, a captain, the guy who has played very, very good for us. Very, very good. He's a 71 speed. We get Rashawn Gary, who has 86 speed. So we get a guy who's already quicker. We get a guy who's 23 years old. We get a guy with star development. I like him, man. I think this is a good guy who could definitely make moves for us. Now, the reasoning behind it is this. We need a left outside linebacker, right? We have Ryan Kerrigan. He's a 78 overall. We have Shane Ray, 74 overall. Now, the 78 in Ryan Kerrigan, he's 33. That is going to go down. He is definitely going to regress. But before I make the trade, I want to talk to you guys about it, and this is definitely the reason why. So when we go here, we'll just start throwing guys on here. So we put Ioannidis, and we'll go ahead and put Bulaga, right? Chicago Bears are interested in both. They are interested in both, man. If we go to Khalil Mack, man, and he tried to make this deal happen, it's declined. But there's no doubt in my mind that we are right there. There's no doubt in my mind that even if we have to move a second-round pick or a first-round pick, we could bring in a Khalil Mack, who's a 99 overall, who's 30. So he's getting up there in his age. I will definitely see him, regressing. And he's going to regress with this contract, right? So 4 years left on this deal. 26, 27, 25, and $23 million is owed to him. A bad deal. But for the next few seasons, even in 4 years, I don't see him going under an 80, right? So he should still be a solid guy. Do we make this deal? And this is where I want to end this episode, because I really want you guys to give me your feedback. Is this too unrealistic? I can see why the Bears would theoretically do it. You get a young guy in Ioannidis. You get a guy who can help your right tackle. Their top team need is right tackle. You look at their right tackle currently, this is all they have. This is it. I can see some reasoning behind it, and I can see it improving our team. I can see it even helping them team, because they get a young guy in Ioannidis who has played very, very good for us. But we now have Rashawn Gary, who I think could fill that spot. Yes, he's 8 overall points lower, but he's younger, and I think he could fill that spot, especially with the Khalil Mack right behind him. But you guys let me know, man. Do we make this deal? Because like I said, we are right here. Literally right there. You can't tell me a second round pick or a first round pick does not make this trade get accepted. I don't know, man. But you guys let me know in the comment section below. That's where I'm going to end this episode. So a very short episode. We made some big moves. The next episode will either make the move or not. And we'll go on taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, who I thought we were going to play in this episode. But I really want your guys' opinion before we move on. So I'm sorry for no gameplay. This is a big move that could drastically change our season and the next few seasons for our team. So I would love to hear you guys' feedback. Let me know in the comment section below. Pull the trigger on Khalil Mack. Don't pull the trigger. Let me know. I'll definitely be reading every single comment before we get on to the next episode. But that is everything for this episode. As usual, I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the roster moves that we made. I think we are going to be a better team when it's all said and done. But hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please go ahead and leave this video a like. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy D Lloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.